Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of A Year in Cards. This is for the month of September, and even though it's before Halloween, we're going to jump right into the holiday card making because generally this is like the really big time for card makers. We do a lot of cards and we need to start early. So for these three cards, I'm going to be using some pattern paper from October Afternoon. This is their Very Merry Collection kit. And you can buy this in the two-piece store right now. And the great thing about this kit is that there's a lot of pattern papers. You get 2 of each sheet. But then they also have a lot of stickers and other embellishments that you can use to scrapbook your Christmas photos after you've made your cards. There'll be plenty left over, so you'll have lots of paper to use on your scrapbook pages as well. So I'm going to jump right in here. The first card I'm making, in fact, all 3 cards have minimal supplies. You're going to be using mostly the same supplies for all 3 cards. So it's really economical if you want to just invest in the collection pack and then a couple of these other tools. In fact, some of you might already have these tools hanging around. Okay, so I've got my card base. It's just some craft paper. And then I've got some green cardstock. And I also cut out this little house that's from one of the sheets of pattern paper. Let me show you which one. It's the one with all the houses on it, and this is designed such that you can just cut these apart and then you can make this card over and over but highlighting a different house each time. Okay, so I have a 1 3/4 inch punch, but it would be even better if you have like a 2 inch or 1 7/8. It would fit these homes even better. So I'm going to take some scratch paper, and I just have some right here, just a random strip of pattern paper. And that's just a template for this right here. We're going to stamp our sentiment on the other side. For this set of cards, I'm going to be using the Joy to All stamp set from Hero Arts. And I'm going to use this Merry Christmas. And I'll use some Versamark ink. We're going to white emboss over the top of this in a minute here. Okay, so there's our sentiment, and I'm going to use some adhesive just to put that right in the center, kind of where I want the stamp or the punch, and then I can use that as a guide and just come in here right where I want it. And I'm sort of like starting to pinch it down until I can kind of feel it catch the edge of that circle, and then punch out both at the same time. Okay, now we're going to mount this behind. So what we're going to do is take some dimensional adhesive, and I'm just going to cut these little squares into triangles. And then I'm just going to apply the adhesive at different points on the back. Then I can get that centered just how I want it. Press down, and it's adhered. Some of them will peek out a little bit, but that's okay because we're going to adhere it straight down to the card as well. Okay, we're going to prep a couple other items for the card front. We have a strip of red cardstock. we're going to use a Fiskars threading waters punch to add this little punch detail. And it's cut to 5.5, so it's the exact width of the card. I'm going to put it in the punch here, and then I'm going to use the guide on either side to get it centered. So it looks like centered, maybe right there. Kind of a detailed punch there. We're going to do just this straight pattern paper. It's just going to peek out from the top. So I'm going to kind of find where it needs to go and kind of get it measured. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this part down. Okay, so now I'm just going to put the dimensional adhesive on the other parts that aren't showing. So I'll just go like this. I'm just going to run some adhesive along the back of this part right here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take my corner rounder and round these corners at the bottom. And then a white gel pen. And I'm just going to add some details around this green area. Okay, so there's card number 1, pretty simple and easy to replicate. Okay, for card 2, I'm starting out with some pattern paper, and this is 4 1/4 by, I think, 3 1/4, 3 3/4. Sorry. I'm going to put it at the top of the card. It's going to go on just like that. Okay, and now I have that same red color cardstock, and this time I'm going to be stamping the, let's see, may the blessings of Christmas be with you today and always. And once again, I'm going to do Versamark and then emboss. Okay, that's eventually going to go down there at the bottom. I'm going to put some ribbon on the side. Got some green here that we're going to punch the same way that we did before. Get it centered. Okay, and then I've got some pattern paper that's going to go down there as well, and that can just butt up against the green. Before we adhere this on, we're going to tie some ribbon. Okay, we'll use the same dimensional adhesives. Okay, and then we're going to do those white stitching lines along the top here. Okay, I'm going to round these corners. Okay, and there's card number 2. Okay, for card number 3, we're again starting out with that same punch. And this cardstock is 4 1/4 wide. We're going to get that centered. And then pick it up to punch. Okay. And we have some craft cardstock just like the other 3, so you can buy the craft cardstock in bulk. Now I've got this little piece of pattern paper here, and the dimensions for this are in the PDF for the class. So I'm going to adhere this to the underside of the pattern paper. This is when your grid mat comes in handy. Get it centered on that, and then you can get it on there straight. So there's that right there. Now we're going to use one of the stickers that come in the pack, and I'm going to do this Let It Snow right here. That's going to go right at the bottom. Unfortunately, you won't be able to easily repeat this one, but you could just put some green cardstock there if you wanted. Okay, now we're going to do that same ribbon. And once again, tie it in a knot. I'm going to cut that ribbon in a minute here. I'm going to take this Be Merry. We're actually going to put it right there. I'm going to put dimensional adhesive on the top and bottom. Okay, now I'll trim those. I'm going to round the top corners. And then with dimensional adhesive, and then onto the front of the card. I'm just going to go around the outside edge with some white stitching. Okay, and there are all 3 cards. Using minimal supplies from the same kit and just one stamp set. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and please check out the message boards over at twopiecindabucket.com, and also the class page where you can download a PDF with sketches of the cards, including a supply list, and also all the measurements for all the cards. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. If you have a 2-inch punch, it'd be even better. Manny, what are you doing? He's like climbing the wall. Hold on. What are you doing? Get down. Get down. What are you doing? You want to come say hi? Okay, come say hi. This is my kitty. Okay, we're going to say hi, and then you have to get down. Okay? Okay. Alright, will you turn over on your back so we can see you? He does not like being on his back. He doesn't like it. Okay. Alright, run away. Maybe you'll stop meowing now.